Stone in the sky, shadow on the world below, eclipsing every altar, every kingdom, every oath. Runes in the dark, carved in a language of storms, spoke of a realm unanchored, of a throne that never warms, on the fortress of doom, where the island storms the ground for silent crowns of ruin. Hear the fractured ages bow from the blood-red moon to the broken, burning sand. All paths, all stars fall into their hands. Glass in the gate, mirror of battles to come. You see your armies fading before the war's begun. Names in the wind, whispered in temples of ash. Sinistrals watch and wonder when courage finally cracks on the fortress of doom, where the island storms the ground for silent crowns of ruin. Hear the fractured ages bow from the blood-red moon to the broken, burning sand. All paths, all stars fall into their hands.
Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. It has been quite a day here. Definitely doesn't, not one of those kind of Fridays unless your Fridays are going all wrong. So, yesterday we had our dog groomed. She doesn't like being groomed, so she has to be sedated. And it's been a challenge finding a groomer to do it because it pretty much has to be a vet. And a lot of vets don't have grooming down here. But we managed to find one, relatively not too far away. And so she had her appointment yesterday to be groomed. And my dog is a border collie lab mix. And my wife is kind of funny about dog hair all over the house. So we wanted her to be shaved more like a lab, short hair. 100% shaved like a lab. So I talked to the groomer. That's what I said, shaved, short hair. Uh, Went to pick her up. And over $200 later, that included the grooming, the sedation, and then she also had to do a blood test, which came back clear and everything's good there. Um, so over $200 to get her groomed, and her tail was not shaved; it was still long. And if you looked at her head, it was not even. Okay, compared to the body, so the hair was shorter on the body than on the head. And my assumption, the only thing I could gather, was they started cutting the hair on the body, and then when they got to the head, they discovered they couldn't cut that hair the same length, and so it looks uneven. Whereas I think what they should have done is started with the head, and then they could have made the body even. I don't know. I wasn't there. They don't let you be there when they're groomed. But the issue is you would have to go through the sedation process all over again to get her to be fixed, basically. So it's one of those where we're just going to accept it and have a nice little talk with the groomer, and maybe she'll do a better job next time. Because can't really be picky because there's really not a lot of people who do sedation grooming around here. There's only one other place I know of, and it's like on the other side of Wilmington. So you're looking at 45 plus minute drive. So, hey, hello, welcome. Hope you're doing well. So, anyways, to prepare for that, we have two cars. We have a SUV and we have a little car. Car's good on gas, so the wife usually drives that to work because she does work in Wilmington. And so I emptied the back of the SUV and took the car seat out, put it in the little car because my wife was going to have to take my daughter to school, and so she was going to have the kids with her while I run the dog to the groomer. And so got the dog back and didn't put the car seat back in the SUV. And my wife was going to at least get it out this morning, but she forgot. And she got down the highway a bit and then had to turn around. So she turned around and I got the car seat put back in the SUV, and she ended up being a little late to work. Okay, Dave. Got the kids to school and whatnot. Everything was fine there. Wife was a little bit late to work, unfortunately, so that means she's gonna be a little bit late coming home tonight. And then I started doing my daily chores, I guess you could say. And my son, he's homeschooled, disabled and whatnot, so he had an appointment that was supposed to be a video conference call, and usually you do it on my computer. And I'm loading up my Yahoo Mail, and the computer's lagging. And you right click, and it's taking forever for the box to open or whatever. And I couldn't get things to work, so then I restarted the computer, and then the computer proceeds to tell me my CPU is overheated, and it wants me to change settings, and I'm like, I have no idea what settings to change. I don't know anything about that. I'm not that much of a computer person. My computer experience is it's supposed to work. Is basically my understanding of computers. And so I end up clicking a default button and save, and then it took me to um, back to the desktop and whatnot. And so I opened up Yahoo Mail again, and once again it was lagging and causing me problems, and so I had to reschedule the conference call. And come to find out, with just pulling around, Yahoo Mail is the problem. Really, didn't have that issue with any other website. According to the tab on Chrome, the rough morning. The Yahoo Mail tab was using 1.4 gigabytes of memory, which is about half my VRAM, because I only have 3 gigs of VRAM. And so Yahoo Mail basically roasted my CPU. It was causing me problems. And so I did a search and whatnot, and everybody, there's all the usual things they say. Maybe you have too many messages. Well, of course I have way too many messages. Who doesn't? You get tons of spam and whatnot, and it's not always redirected to your spam folder, so you have to go down the list. And so I did do that. I deleted a bunch of junk. Said to empty your cache, which I tend to find that I'm emptying my cache all the time. Then it said that sometimes the extensions like ad blocker aren't compatible, or they end up fighting with Yahoo Mail, which can cause memory spikes, basically. So they wanted you to turn your ad blocker off so that you can see all the lovely ads, which I had the ad blocker on and I was still seeing the ads. So, but if I opened up Yahoo Mail in incognito tab, then I didn't have that issue. It didn't lag at all. So Yahoo Mail is basically, I guess you could say, is not appropriately optimized for all users. And so, anyways, a friend and another follower of mine, Valerian, he suggested to try using a browser called Brave, which I had never heard of at the time, which is basically like an incognito browser. So I downloaded that. That's what we're using at the moment. Seems to be running a little bit faster and whatnot. So we'll see how it goes. But hey, Valerian. But the downfall of this whole computer mess thing is it has put me behind on everything I was planning on doing today. So his conference got rescheduled. That's one. Two, I have a ton of clothes that I need to fold, and I'm extremely behind on that. And I'm probably not going to even finish that today. That's probably going to roll into tomorrow. And still got to deal with the dishes, and help my son when he needs it with homeschooling. Then I went check on my 2-year-old, and she was playing with toys and was covered in yeah. I will leave it blank there. So she went in the bathtub as I was preparing lunch in the stream and whatnot. So right now she's watching TV in her high chair and eating her chicken nuggets and French fries. Plus I have her room set up so she's nice and safe, and I got a baby monitor and I check in on her. She's usually good to go, but yeah, she decided Daddy needed a little bit more work today. And then speaking of that, after the stream, I have to pick up my other daughter from school. I'm home, and then shortly after, I got to figure out what we're having for dinner. Got to make sure dinner is ready when my wife gets home. and then I got to go rush to work, which I teach martial art classes on Friday nights and Saturday mornings. Although this Saturday I had to cancel because, well, my wife had to work. So classes are canceled tomorrow, so I can use that time to catch up on the laundry. But it's just frustrating when, you have like a strict kind of schedule of things you got to do in a limited amount of time, and then one thing happens and it just causes delays all over the place. And it's like, oh. And computers are good about doing that. But anyway, hopefully the rest of the day will be better. How you like the price of gas? Isn't that fun? I don't know about everywhere else, but here in North Carolina, where I'm at, I bought gas a little while ago for the SUV. So obviously the SUV is going to be a little bit more than the car. But it was $3.86, $3.89 a gallon. Almost $4. Cost me over $50 to fill up my gas tank. Ain't that lovely? I'm sure some states are probably worse than that. I think I remember in the past California was up to what, $8 a gallon, something like that. Groceries have gone up tremendously as well. Meats and whatnot. Went to get diapers for my 2-year-old, and she's a 3 to 4T. And we usually shop at Walmart because they got more stuff and it's usually more affordable than a lot of other stores. And so we try to get the Walmart brands and whatnot. And so Walmart brand diapers didn't have any in her size in the bigger box. And so I looked up at Love's, and they had a box in her size, which had maybe 10 more diapers than the generic did. They wanted almost $40 for that. So generic, $20, Love's, $40. I'm like, goodness gracious. So you know what I did? They had the little small packs of the generic version that wasn't her size, so I bought like 3 of those. I'm like, I'm not going to spend $40 for 10 more. No. It's just crazy. I'm glad we don't have to buy formula anymore. That was outrageous too. It is expensive being a parent. I will be honest. When we first got married and was going, groceries went from, and this is every 2 weeks, from $250 to $300, and now it's kind of leaning towards. It's kind of between $300 and $400. And this last time we got groceries, it was pretty close to $500. I think it was like $470 something. It all depends on what stuff you buy. Sometimes you need extra stuff like diapers, and then meat is kind of expensive there as well. I guess we should all be vegetarians, huh? We should all just grow gardens in our yard and be vegetarians. But we're trying. It's rough. I'm sure y'all have similar stories as well with the challenges you're trying to get through day to day. And anyways, let's try to get away from reality here and talk about some video games. So if you haven't been following, we are playing 2 games, mainly Final Fantasy Tactics. This is the remake, so to speak, or the whatever, the Evilist Chronicles, which is like a remake of the original. And so we're playing that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we're in Chapter 4. We are heading towards Limberry to, I guess, confront the Marquis about your sister. And so if you missed those, there should be some videos down below. And then, of course, YouTube has lots of playlists of all the games I've played over the years. Feel free to check those out. And then, of course, Fridays, we play Lufia. We started playing Lufia again last Friday. We just started a new playthrough because it's been a while. So this is episode 2. If you missed episode 1, a quick sum up. You start out playing Maxim, and you confront the Sinistrals, and you defeat them. And then, long story short, Maxim and Celine, I'm gonna say is how you say her name, have to get left behind. They end up dying. But Guy and Art, I think it's Artie. I tend to call him Artea. Sounds better. Um, they escaped and spread the news of the victory. Blah blah blah. 100 years later, uh, your character is a descendant of Maxim, and you're training to be a knight. And because of peace, everybody's gotten lazy, and they canceled training. And then there's rumors that there's monsters in the kingdom of Sharon, which is a neighboring kingdom. But nobody wants to go find out if it's true, so you go to check it out. You find out it is true. And then you come back, and the knights basically say that it's going to be a while before they do anything. That they have to start a war council and decide who's going to be on the detachment team. And it was going to be, I don't know, a week or two before one of the council members got back from vacation. And so it was going to be a while before anything was decided. So you choose to go back to try to help rescue the king. And so Lufia goes with you. You rescue the king. And then, is that where we're at? Yeah, because we're at the port city. Yeah, so you rescue the king, and then you confront Gatus, who's one of the Sinistrals. So that hints that they're kind of back, and you report back to your king, and the king and all them is safe. And now we're trying to investigate and find out more about the Sinistrals and if they're indeed back and whatnot. I dropped a sub. My older brother played the Lufia series when we were kids. I am currently streaming it as well, but I am doing it in chronological order. Yeah, Lufia 2 is technically the prequel. Um, both are great games. I've enjoyed playing them both. Um, never exactly finished either one, honestly. I got to a point and then kind of stopped playing it. Lufia 2 has a lot more puzzles that you got to figure out than Lufia 1 does. I remember playing Lufia 2, and they used to have this Nintendo phone number that you could call if you got stuck in the game, and people would help you solve the puzzles and whatnot. There's been many times we called that number trying to solve puzzles for Lufia 2. But yeah, I always enjoyed the game. I have the cartridge for Lufia 1 here somewhere. I bought it used. Unfortunately, I don't know if you're familiar, but a lot of the cartridge games apparently have batteries in them. And apparently the battery, I guess, is getting low because I would save, and then my saves would just disappear, gone. Got quite a few. Yeah, yeah, it does. But you can see they added like some improvements, especially around magic. Um, they added a little bit more magical graphics and whatnot. And then you have the monsters you can recruit as little pets or whatever. So there's definitely was some improvements. I'll be honest with you, since we're kind of in this age where we're doing a lot of remakes of the older games, like Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3, and 7, and whatnot, I think somebody should remake Lufia. I think that would be an interesting um, remake. We had dying battery problems back when I still played on. Yeah, yeah. So see, I never knew there was batteries in them. I mean, I just put the cartridge in and played it, but that was the only one I ever had issues with was that Lufia one. And the one that's probably why it was for sale. But the biggest issue I had with Nintendo cartridges is you had to blow them, and then you had to put them in there a certain way and push down on it to get it to, I guess, catch or whatever. Batteries are easy. I never tried to change it. I'm not even sure what battery it would take. Simple button cells. Okay, so like a watch battery. And even then, they had that stupid security screw so you couldn't replace your batteries. Yeah, they do that on purpose. They don't want you to replace. It's the same thing with cell phones. Okay, so I got an iPhone, right? If I want to change the battery, I have to take it to a place. And it's all about this right here. I'm sure they get the manufacturers get a cut out of it. But you miss the days when you could do more yourself. But that means you're going to save money, and we can't do that. Not here. I'm pretty sure before long they're going to charge you a fee for saving money. More like for a key fob, but yes. Okay. That's another thing I got to change. My car thing. I have to open it with the key because the keypad thing's not working. The battery died. I replaced it, but it seemed like it died really quick afterwards. Like, we'll just be old school, I guess, and just use the key like we did back in the day. I remember as a kid, no, I wasn't driving at the time, but I remember as a kid, you didn't have the key fobs. You had to use the key to unlock the door, and you had two keys. You had a key for the ignition, and then you had a key for the trunk. And so they had that separate trunk key for whatever reason. I'm sure they got all kinds of stuff now to get around things, but it's the same thing. With the iPhones, the new iPhones. There's no. Yeah. You also had a key for your gas cap. Yeah. So with the newer iPhones, there's no headphone jack because they want you to buy the AirPods, right? And so if you want to use your headphones, you have to buy a separate adapter for it. And that's kind of how it's getting with things now. If you want to use certain accessories, you got to buy adapters. And it's getting to a point where they're going to start selling you a phone, and you're going to have to buy the chargers separate. And it's like you're going to have a choice. You don't have a choice to buy that because you got to charge your phone, right? Problem with us wiser folks, we are resourceful. But yeah, I mean, kind of crazy how they're doing things now. But anywho, let's go back in time a little bit, and we're gonna play some Lufia. Here, click on it. Come on, what are you doing? All right, click here. I think my emulator died on me. All right, we are going to close the emulator. Boom. And it's not wanting to close. Task manager. Not responding. Well, make it respond. The separate charger thing actually makes sense and reduces e-waste. I have the iFixit Manta screwdriver set. In fact, absolute best screwdriver set you can buy. Yeah. I will say, if you know how to do things yourself, it definitely comes in handy. There we go. We're back. Please forgive me. I will be eating while we are playing. That's how behind I am. Run my controller. All right, so we did we do any shopping? We must have did some shopping because we don't have any money at all. I might have to get used to the controller config. I think we bought her some stuff. You wish to see me? And see, that's the other thing. We didn't even need to buy anything because we could have found it. I don't know what I was thinking, but we could sell it. I think the dress is too weak, but once again, we can make some money from it. Monsters recently captured most of the Lorbinia-bound ships. Shipping has stopped. It's a pain. I bet. Let's see. New dresses have arrived at the shop in Lorbinia. Why don't you get something for your lady friend? I'm sure she probably would like it. Welcome. I have some great pear cider on hand. Yeah, I can't buy it yet. The old fellow at the port said he was a knight. He used to be with the Guy Legion. The guy who survived the Battle of Doom Island? That one. I really don't know. An old man who watches the sea all day is unusual. That's what I think. Yo, how's business? As long as I have my precious ship, Maburia? Something like that. Business is grand. I am not good with pronouncing names. We have fine cider in the basement, but so does Arubis. We've had a few customers lately. The work is easier, but oh well. Take your order downstairs. Alright. Guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go let my dog in. All right. You have quite the catalog. I do. Unfortunately, some of them I can't play because I don't have the translations. Some of them I found translations for. Some of them I haven't found them even to this day. So I probably really should go through and get rid of some of them. But, you know, it's one of those things where you look and you're like, that game looks really good, but it's only in Japanese. Because there's a lot of games that they decided they didn't want to share with us, unfortunately. And so we can't play a lot of them. Although there's newer emulators out, maybe, you know, we have a better chance of finding one. Maybe that's the other thing, is try to get a hold of some of these games that were not originally released over here. But he's in the end. Can't buy nothing. We could probably do a save. Once I remember what buttons to push. Which can't you find translations for? A bunch. Give me a second. Let's see. Do saves. I'm gonna try to go through it relatively quickly here. I might be able to do 7th Saga. Can't do that one. Can't do these two. Can't do this one. Can't do the Erithras. I can do. I'm pretty sure I got Bahamut Lagoon. Can't do that one. I can do Best of the Best. Can't do Bounty Sword. I can do the Breath of Fires, and I've already streamed those series. There should be a playlist for that, I believe, over on YouTube. I can play the Castlevania ones. Chrono Trigger, we've already completed Chrono Trigger 2. Cool Spot, can't do that one. Can't do that one. Donkey Kong, we can. I think we can do Doom as well. Dragon Knight can't. Dragon Quest 3, we can. I was able to find translations for that one. 5 and 6, we got Dual Orb. I think we can do Dual Orb 1, but not 2. Can't do this one. Can't do that one or that one. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. We can do F-Zero. Farland Story, I don't think we can do that one. Final Fantasies, we can. Illusion of Gaia. This ninja game we can do. Can't do this one. I'm just going to go through it quickly. Knights of the Round we can do. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. Lufia's we can. Can't do that. Mortal Kombat we can. Mystic Arc. I think we can, but I'm not for sure. Mystic Quest we can. Mystical Ninja we can. Ogre Battle, yes. Paladin's Quest, yes. Robo Trek. Rock and Roll Racing. Romancing Saga, I think we can. Rudra, we can do that one. Secret of Evermore and Mana. I think we can do Secret of the Stars. Maybe Silva Saga, I'm not 100% sure. Star Ocean we can do. Street Fighter, Sunset Riders, Castlevania, Mario Kart, and RPG. And World. Super Ninja Boy, I think. Taekwondo thing we can. I think we can do Tales of Fantasia. Maybe this one. Tetris Attack. Nope. Wheel of Fortune. Wolfenstein. Yoshi's Cookie. Zelda. We can do. So, quite a bunch we can't do, and some that we can. All right. Now we see if there's any flowers hidden in here. I don't think there is. There's not really a whole lot of places that have it. We're going to eventually come back to the store. That's not the right button. Those ships are ready to set sail for Lorbenia. Many were attacked by monsters. The port of Trek. Yeah, we were over here. My father works at the largest shop in Lorbenia. What do you think of that? Really? That's great. Does he bring you lots of presents when he comes home? Yes, but he hasn't returned yet. I wonder what's happened. Big fan of Link to the Past. That's one of my favorite Zeldas too. I like Link to the Past, and Ocarina of Time is pretty good. Was not a fan of Majora's Mask. Twilight Princess is interesting. Our cider is too bitter for you young folks, but I'll sell it to you if you still want it. Oh, he'll still sell. I'm surprised, like, you're gonna have to get on the other side of the bar, please. Great ship, isn't she? That's my Mabaria. However you say that. When you trade with Lorbenia, you'll never go wrong. I sense unusual energy from you. Did you battle a strong enemy lately? How did you know that? Because I used to be a knight with the Guy Legion. Guy? You mean Guy from Doom Island? Yes, it was a long time ago. Do you know anything about Gatus? So you know about the Sinistral Gatus. Pretty rare these days for one so young. Know him. I fought him. What? What's that? You fought Gatus? Is this true? Yes. If you're telling the truth, that explains the imbalance, but Gatus was destroyed. Please tell me what you know about Gatus. I must know. Why such interest in Sinistrals? Don't you fear for your life? I am Maxim's descendant. Maxim, you? Follow me. I wonder why they decided to call him Maxim. Ania, maybe? You there? What is it, Uncle? Who's that behind you? This is Rufus. Show them to the East Cave. I want him to meet the One. Are you sure? I mean, the One said he wouldn't meet anybody. It's alright. He's a descendant of Maxim. They must meet. Maxim, Rufus, please come with me to the East Cave. East Cave? An important person lives just beyond the East Cave. He often helps me. Please come. Alright, but we're going to have to do some leveling. Yeah, we're going to do some fighting. Get some stronger gear here. Would have been nice if you would have hit the same one. Spiders. We don't need to go in that cave yet. Although there is certain places in some of these caves that have healing areas where you step on it, it heals you. It's a good place to build up because you just keep going back and forth, and then when you get to a point where you need to be healed, just step on it. I do have a few things I can sell. Let's have a look here. I usually don't use the gourds. The potions you can use outside of battle, and it will raise your strength and hit points and all that. And then the gourds, you have to use them in battle. They're probably worth more to sell. Alright, let's... He is good to go. He needs cloth armor. That's it. We'll look over here. You could use the club. That is stronger. You could use a long knife. Have the money for it. So we need the long knife and the club. $180. Here. Oh, we can't afford a swing wing yet. Alright, we're going to try to get that long knife, and then we're going to move on. Dew is not that strong, especially for, I guess, plants. Alright, I'm sorry, I'll be right back. I think I got a package at my door. All right, so I had heard a knock, and when I looked out the window, I saw a FedEx truck drive off, and I'm expecting a package. When I went downstairs, there's no package down there, and I need to get it before tonight. I think the last I saw, it said before 4 or 5 o'clock. And so what it is, you know, like I mentioned earlier, I teach martial arts. And so they recently had a belt exam, and I'm waiting to get the belts in the mail. And so the ceremony's supposed to be tonight if I get the belts. Otherwise, it'll have to be another night. So hopefully, I'll get the belts before 6:30 tonight, because class starts at 7. So I'm waiting for my package, and hopefully they don't mess up and give it to somebody else, because it has been happening a lot around here. I live in a community, unfortunately HOA, and so we have a community Facebook page where people communicate. And lots of times people get other people's mail, packages, and whatnot, and it's like, how in the world are you giving, you know, people's packages and stuff to the wrong house? It's like, are you even reading what's on the paper? I think sometimes they just look at the number and they just put it there instead of paying attention. But anyways, hopefully we'll get our package tonight. Because quality of service is no longer a thing, unfortunately. No, it's not. And there's no quality assurance or any of that either. One common thing is clothes. I complain about this all the time. Give me a second. I got a message. So I remember growing up, you buy clothes. Okay? First of all, besides the fact it was cheaper, it was better quality and it lasted longer. Okay? I remember you could have clothes for over a year and still wouldn't get holes in them. Okay? So like when I was growing up, if you had holes in your jeans, 10 to 1 you put them there for your own style. Okay, because it was considered designer or whatever to buy jeans with holes in them already, and it was more expensive. And so people would buy just regular jeans and then they would put their own holes in them. But usually clothes lasted a lot longer than they do nowadays. You buy clothes now, you're gonna get a hole in it before the month's even over. They've been saying they don't make things like they used to since my yeah, exactly, and it's true. Let's look at appliances. 10 to 1, those appliances that were around during when your grandfather was young are still working today. They might not have all the modern conveniences of today, but they're still working. Let's see how Dude does on them. Worked for them. How much money? 62. I think it was what, 180 something? How many laps can we do around the continent? See if we can drown the spiders. Well, it hurt them better than the plants, but they're still alive. Poison, no! Let's see if we can fix that. Alright, let's head back to town so we can buy that knife. And go down. The worst is that the source of the problem is never addressed, so the issues just keep happening. Ah, I should have done it the other way around. Oh, it survived. They died last time. Cloth shoes. Just a moment, I'll open the door. Good to go through the door. Ah, it's a tough bat. Hey, we found the swing wing. Oh, Ania, was I expecting you today? No, I'm here for a special reason. Who's that behind you? This is Rufus, a descendant of Maxim. Pleasure to meet you. Descendant of Maxim, and you would be so kind as to focus your thoughts. Thoughts? Just think of any one thing, that will be enough. Sure. Strong energy, just like Maxim's. The very same power runs through you, too. You know about Maxim? Who are you? I am Guy. I fought with Maxim against the Sinistral. You're Guy, but no need to be surprised. I'm over 100, but still kicking now. What would you want with such an old man? Guy, I battled Gatus. Gatus? But that's not possible. He lost at Doom Island. But it was Gatus. Impossible. Absolutely out of the question. Guy, Rufus isn't one to lie. Who is that? This is Lufia, a childhood friend. We're traveling together. How do you do? Lufia. If you know anything of Gatus and the Sinistrals, please tell me. It hurts to recall, but if Gatus has really returned, there's no time to rest, not even for me. You can't, Guy. You'll hurt yourself. But I can't just sit still. I can... Guy, what's wrong? It's my time. Don't say that. You'll be fine. Rufus, seek Artea the elf. They live a long time. I'm sure he'll help you. Is Artea alive, too? Where can I find him? There's one in Grenoble who knows about Artea. Remember, find Artea. I understand. I'll look for him. Don't give in to the Sinistrals. You mustn't. You have Maxim's blood. You... Die? God, no! He survived 100 years just to die at that exact moment. Great warrior, Guy, may he rest in peace. We'll never forget you. What will you do now? We'll go to Grenoble. No one there knows about Ortea. Oh, be careful. I'll look forward to the day when peace comes to this land. Guy, I will defeat the Sinistrals, I promise. Rest peacefully. Let's go, Lufia. Okay. Lufia. It may be that the only one who can defeat the Sinistrals is one who has Maximus' blood. Yes, I know. Stay close to Rufus. Your support is more important than any sword or armor. I won't let Rufus get hurt, no matter what. Had a heart attack hearing about Gatus. Yeah. Lufia, you be careful too. So the question is, if we would have never came here, would he still be alive? We have killed Guy. Grenoble's the west of Lorbenia. A ship used to go from Trek to Lorbenia, but no more. We must find a ship to take us to Grenoble. I'll continue to hope that you have a safe journey. Just a short sword? You would have thought Guy would have had a stronger sword than that. And a great potion. That does strength. I think there's anything in the flowers. I'm a monster. Let's see here. We can sell, let's go to the item store. Sandals. Let's hold on to the club for a moment. I don't remember what Shriek does. We're gonna buy some. Alright, let's make sure we're full health. Alright, guys, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Switching TV on again. Names and numbers, just a scroll. Another hallway turned to headlines. Another chair that stays cold. You change the channel, change your shirt, but you still carry all that hurt. How many candles on the curb till we can finally find the words? This has to end. For every empty seat at dinner, this has to end. For every kid who never finished. I don't want fear to raise our children. I don't want hate to own our streets. This has to end. Oh, what are we gonna leave? Little hands reach through a fence, dusty shoes and quiet eyes. Counting coins instead of pencils, tracing borders in the sky. Different faces, same small plate, same rumbling, same long wait. How many prayers before we learn? Every hunger is our concern. This has to end. For all the bellies going silent, this has to end. For every voice that dies in sirens, I don't want fear to raise our children. I don't want hate to own our streets. This has to end. Or what are we gonna leave? I'm tired of thoughts and prayers. I'm dialing neighbors, pulling chairs. We lift our hands not to divide, but to pull each other to the light. This has to end. For every color in the playground, this has to end. For every classroom singing safe sounds. I don't want fear to raise our children. I don't want hate to own our streets. This has to end. Oh, what are we gonna leave? This has to end. Say it louder, say it clearer. This has to end. Till every leader has to hear us. I don't want fear to raise our children. I don't want hate to own our streets. This has to end, so they can finally breathe.
Okay. Not the right button. You say the same thing. Yes, Artea would be able to help, wouldn't he? There's someone in town of Grenoble who knows about Artea. That's where we'll go. Grenoble is southwest of Lorbinia. We used to sail there, but not anymore. Anyway, we won't get anything done unless we go to Lorbinia. Some soldiers from Lorbinia are here. They're asking about the four Sinistrals. How about meeting them? I'm a knight of Lorbenia. I came when I heard that the monsters were around. I'm a Guro, commander of the Lorbenian army. I came when I heard that Gadis invaded Sharon. Can you tell me anything? You want to know about Gadis? And you as well, I see. Do you know anything? You may not believe me, but I fought him. What? This true? Who are you? What's your name? I am Rufus, Knight of Lufia. Rufus, tell me more of your battle. Let's dine together at my camp. You will be my guest. What? Monsters. Monsters everywhere. How interesting. We'll talk later. Rufus, come on. Let's get them all. Demon lords, huh? Ouch. I might kill one. Hope she don't use flash on that one or that one. Of course you would. Never before have I seen such swordsmanship. Of course, Rufus is a descendant of Maxim. Descendant of Maxim? So you were destined to meet Gadis. Most people flee when they hear that name. If Gadis and the Sinistruals have returned, my quest is to destroy them. I see. By the way, Rufus, what are your plans now? I'm off to Grenoble. Seems someone there knows about Artea. Grenoble is southwest of Lorbenia. I believe I've been there. You can use my ship to cross the sea. Really? I'd appreciate that. Hey, no problem. Trust me. Commander, the ship was sunk by the monsters. What? This town has no more ships. So Rufus, first let's find a ship. Will it be alright? Can we trust him? What I do, sir? Help to restore the town, understand? All right, let's and he's got a short sword. The Maberia has been taken by monsters. The captain is missing. It's the end. Alright, well, first thing we want to do is heal. Oop. This one. Maberia was seen at the small island to the west. We have to travel through a dangerous cave. I'll be able to talk here in a minute. What should I do? All right, I think we pretty much got everything we need. So I guess we should go get the ship. How effective it's going to be, but we'll see. Alright, time for some exploring. Good thing we have the floats. Now we can walk around in this. Make sure we don't miss any treasure. Here's something, a miracle. We want to hold on to those. Oh. Works for me. Oh, what's up? Nothing. Over here. Up, because we stepped off. Nothing in there. Something is guarding it. A daze ring. What does a daze ring do? Raises defense and magic resistance. Your defense is 7. Is 7. Give it to her. I did it again. I think we can fall in that if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what's this way. Oh, we have not finished exploring the cave. One is a teleporter, I think one is a healer. That's a teleporter. Well, they're both teleporters. One just leads to the end, and then let's go back to F4 here. Let's see where this takes. The healer. Magic points and health. So this is a good place to level up because you can heal for free. It's just a matter of taking the time. Alright, we need to go across the bridge. Not ambushed. Goodness. Ocean. Potion and power potions. Hit point. I'm gonna give it to Lufia. I wish we had a auto sorter here. Takes me to the heel. Oh, we want to go down. All right, let's see. To our save. This must be the Mabaria. Rufus, behind you. The challenge here is they hit random enemies, especially in a group. I can't have them hit the same person over and over again. They're the ones who stole the Mabaria. Rufus, let's board the ship and sail to Trent. Good idea. The Mabaria. Found it. The captain is up at the lodge. Quickly, go and tell him. Found my Mabaria. Where the port? Right, of course, let's go. My Mabaria, thank you. Anytime you want to go to Lorbenia, you ride free. That's my thanks to you. Thanks for bringing the Bavaria back. You can go to Lorbenia anytime. Yes. Alright, anchors away. I'll return to headquarters to officially request the dispatch of the Lorbenian army. And you, Rufus? Well, first, we're in Lorbenia now. I'd love to see those new dresses at the big shop. Can we go, Rufus? I knew you'd say that. Alright, I'll hang around here a little longer. I'll come to the inn later. I have many questions to ask you. The streets turn empty when there's a sale. Everyone goes shopping. This is the headquarters of the Lorbenian army. Sorry, non-authorized personnel cannot enter. And you will never be able to come in here. Ever. Not that there's anything in there anyways. Lightweight and ease of movement make our armor the best around. Oh, it definitely helps to have some money. Oh, why did I do that? I'll get the buttons eventually. Alright, we can't buy that for her. We don't have enough money. You can use the shield? Look at that. Alright, so he's got the strongest he can get. He could use the staff. Item shop just opened near here. That will kill my business. I'll have to find something new. This is cool, sis. Please buy it for me. My brother wants everything he sees. New dresses are on the 3rd floor. If you're taking the lady behind you, please be prepared. Gee, everything looks so wonderful. I can't make up my mind. We sell accessories. They won't let you look to see if they're better than what she's got, so 10 to 1 they're not. I want the biggest teddy bear in the stuffed animal shop. How many cute animals? Did you make them yourself? Yes, I made all the animals here. Isn't that something? They're all so cute, especially that cat. I love that. Oh, I'm sorry, this one isn't for sale. It's for my daughter. But I'll discount the other ones. Wow! Look at all these dresses. Oh, Rufus, what do you think about this one? Well, it's fine, I guess. It's pretty, too. It must be pricey. Oh, I love this one. Don't you think it's perfect, Rufus? Give me a break. How much? 5,800 gold pieces? That's crazy. You can buy plated mail for that. I know, it's expensive. My girlfriend asked me to come with her. I've been here all morning. I'm exhausted. What do you think of this dress? I wonder if it's me. Huh? Wow, it looks great on you. Really? I thought so too. I'll take it. But this one is nice too. But what am I going to do? We're having a sale today. Buy now before we're sold out. Sale? Rufus, I'm going to check it out. Piece of cake. Let's see, what do I have today? Hey, what? Who are you? Give me the gold you took from Lufia. What are you talking about? Are you calling me a thief? Don't lie to me, I saw you. Don't try to run away. Darn it, I haven't done anything. Rufus, here you are. What? Who is this child? What's going on? Lufia, do you have the gold? What? Money? No, I don't. Did he? What should we do with him? Let's see, the army. Wait, Rufus, he's just a child. We have the money. Let him go. But it's all right. Boy, don't you ever do this again. Can you promise me that? Yes, I promise. Good, you can go now. He's probably going to do it again. You're too kind, Lufia. It's just that I know he has some reason to steal. No, it's gone. The dress I wanted. You better choose fast before everything is sold out. Hey, I found this dress. That's the same thing. Ah. Hello, were you having problems with Lou at the big shop? You know about him, do you? Everyone around here knows about him. His name's Lou. Dia? Something like that. He's the son of Professor Riley. Shia? Professor Riley. Who's that? He's studying something weird. I heard he's traveling around the world to find whatever it is. And why doesn't he take Lou with him? There are so many dangerous places out there, he decided to leave his son at home. But why does Lou steal? I hear that Riley's research doesn't pay very well. I guess he doesn't pay Lou well either. Some father. For that reason, people in this town sort of ignore what Lou steals. So that was it. Now I understand. Oops, I took too long. So 20 gold pieces. You staying? Girl. Oh, it's you, Rufus. I was coming to visit you. Rufus, you're going ahead with your journey to destroy the Sinistrals. Am I correct? Yes, the Sinistrals are evil. If they have returned, then I must defeat them. I see. Then I'm coming with you. What? Will you really join us, Sakura? What do you mean? Am I not worthy enough for you? Don't be ridiculous. Of course you are. But if you come with me, won't the army suffer? I asked the army to battle the Sinistrals. No interest at all. I can't stay there anymore. All armies are the same. So, Rufus, where are we off to first? Grenoble. Someone in there who knows about our tale. Grenoble is in the southwest. Let's get going. Need more gold. It's in the desert. We can get to the desert. That. Let's go Ash. That, and you get the roost. An apron. Anybody effectively wear the apron? Weaker. And weaker. Weaker, but we can sell it. You got a grilled newt. That's you act. I think those roosters gave us a pretty good amount of money. Nope, not here. Going over here. So he's got everything he needs as far as armor goes. Go down to her. He's the robe, shield, shoes. Well, the robe took all the money. Sell the other two. You could buy a girl the shield, I think. Oh, where's the church? There's the church. All right, guys, that's all the time I have today. I have to get ready to go get my daughter from school, but thank you for coming and watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit those follow buttons. Live Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and we're playing Final Fantasy Tactics. And then, of course, Fridays are the days we play Lufia. So I thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great weekend, and hopefully we'll see you on Monday.